What's going on, everyone? This is Galactic Jack. I've been trying to get into the PTU, the Public Test Universe, for the last couple days now, and bring a review to the platform, and weigh in on the new 400i. But I'm afraid I'm not. So far, I haven't been able to do it. I've been locked out of the PTU, so there's no way for me to really get in there and give you guys a hands-on review of this origin ship. So I have to do the next best thing and pretty much just do a bare bones quick review of what I think. It's not going to be in depth, but I have some things I want to say about the origin in comparison to, say, the Aquila, or the Corsair, maybe. Um, okay, overall, what do you get? You get a $250, $220, depending on which one you bought. Ship. It's a Pathfinder, labeled Pathfinder, so kind of like an Explorer. Um, Overall, for a solo player, if exploring is your main squeeze, if exploring is everything that you want to do, this could be a decent daily driver, well, daily flyer. But I have my qualms. I have my issues with it. Let's look at the insides first. Okay, so overall, everything is medium. You get three medium power plants, three medium coolers. Everything else is medium components. So we're looking at a medium-sized ship here, in size and in components. Two size threes gimbaled, size fours fixed. You get two turrets, one on the top, one on the bottom, size threes. That's pretty good. That is good. So if you have some souls with you, some bodies with you, you can lay down some decent firepower. Missiles. You do get a decent amount of missiles. I think it's like 32. Yeah. So because you get two of them, yeah, 32. That's pretty good. And it's, what size is that? Size 2 missiles. That's awesome for against a fighter. That's damn good, especially that many. So it's not lacking in the missile department, but firepower. This is not a fighter. This ship, it is not a fighter. It is an explorer, and if crap hits the fan, you need to be out of there. If you get your back against the wall, then you do what you have to do. But this is in no way a fighter. You know, if you are new to the verse and you're looking at this thing going, man, look at this. It's an amazing ship. I really want to get it. It's my only ship. I would caution you to think twice. If you have a plethora of ships, if you're an Origin fanboy, like, and you're all about Origin, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're all about Origin, and hey, add it to your list. But if you had $300 and you were looking at this ship, considering it, I would strongly suggest you go and look at the Aquila. That's what we're gonna call it here, Aquila, okay? Because screw the pronunciation. But yeah, we're looking at the Aquila here. It is overall an amazing ship. It has the firepower. It has two size 4s on top, two size 4s on the bottom. The ones on the bottom are fixed. You can't change those. It's gimbaled. The ones on the bottom are gimbaled size 4s. You can't change them. The ones on the top, you can change those to fixed size 5s, which increases the firepower that these Connies put out a lot. Connies are formidable ships now. When a year or so ago, they were the laughing stock. Nobody used them, and if they did, they used them for target practice. They had shield holes and, you know, a ton of other issues. Now they have come around and shown what they're made of. I would strongly suggest you look at the Aquila before you look at the 400i. Now, yes, you're going to pay, I think it's what, $70 more for the Aquila. Okay, look at this. Look at it this way. If you're not necessarily all about exploring, don't even look at the Aquila. Look at the bare bones Constellation ship in its lineup. Okay? Look at the Taurus. The Taurus is a $190 ship. It has the same exact firepower and components, save radar, as the Aquila. Okay? It has 170 SCU of cargo space. All right? You can fit nearly 3 rocks in that thing. You might be able to fit 3 rocks in that thing. Okay? It is not a ship that should be slept on. For $190, you are getting a nice chunk of shit. You're getting a good bit. You really are, man. And I preach on this a lot because people, it's just the Taurus, blah blah blah. You know, base model. We'll go and look at it right now. You get a lot for this shit, okay? And it's not gonna show up much, but you get size 2 missiles. I think it's like 30 something like that, 25 maybe. You get a nice amount of size 2 missiles. You still get the same pilot control weapons. 2 size 4s on the top, 2 size 4s on the bottom, all gimbaled, or 2 size 5s on the top, 2 size 4s on the bottom. Fixed on top, gimbaled on the bottom, you know? I personally prefer fixed, period. Doesn't matter the size or even the ship. I just like fixed. I don't like gimbal too tough, but that's my personal preference. Look at this, man. This ship is $190 and you get so much for it. So if you're a brand new player and you're falling off into the hype train of the 400i, I strongly suggest you come and take a look at the Taurus before you jump off of the cliff and pick up the 400i. It's not a bad ship by any means, but what you're paying for, the amount that you're paying for, you get a better bang for your buck. Okay, especially in the verse right now. What kind of exploring are we doing? Nothing. Nothing that any other ship with long legs can't do. Okay? The only thing that you may be able to do better is scanning, maybe. I'm not sure. That's it, maybe. Outside of that, cargo hauling, bounty hunting, rock mining, the Taurus has in the bag. And those are 3 of the highest paying jobs right now, game loops in Star Citizen. Okay? Cargo hauling, mining, and bounty hunting. You can do all 3 of those in the Taurus for $190. Save yourself the money. Reconsider it. Yes, it's a beautiful ship. If you got money to burn like that, by all means, get it. You know, get it, enjoy it, check it out, see how you like it in the PTU if you can get in there. But if you have a budget, if you're new to the game but you have a little bit of money to burn and you're not sure which way to go, I strongly suggest you look at this ship because it is extremely powerful solo, and it gets more powerful with the more souls you get on board. You get somebody in that top turret, you get 2 size 2 guns. Okay? I can't stress this enough. I cannot stress this enough. Before you jump on the bandwagon and, you know, decide to go with this as your single and only ship, do your homework, man. Do your homework, because that's what CIG expects. They, you know, and there's nothing wrong with the bandwagon. There's nothing wrong with, look, man, get hype, enjoy it, you know, marvel at the ships. I did it when I first joined. The first ship I ever saw was the Connie, Andromeda, and I marveled. I sat at the doggone, I sat at the landing gear in Hurston for about 30 minutes walking in circles around that damn ship. That's how much I was taken aback. That's how much I was just in awe. I stood around that ship for 30 minutes taking in every single detail. So that's pretty much, the short and skinny on what I have to say and how I feel about it. Got money to burn, get it. It's a beautiful ship. It kind of reminds me of what's that ship's name? What's the ship name from Padme Amidala? Amidala. Her ship. It kind of reminds me of that. I can't think of the name. If anybody knows, please leave it in the comment section. I'm not sure. Anyway, it kind of reminds me of that, and I am a bit of a Star Wars fan, so that does, reach out to me. I did get one. I used recycled money and I got one. Am I gonna keep it? Absolutely not. It's a new shiny toy to play with, and it gets melted or upgraded to something more important or something else new later on down the line. Once you get an amount of money invested into this project, it's a little bit easier to recycle money, because you have ships laying around that you're not sure on, or you're holding on just in case. You can melt those and get them back later. One more ship I want to look at real quick, and then we're going to touch back on the 400i, because it was the main scoop. The Corsair. Now, this ship is $215. $215. You save a little bit compared to the 400i. All medium components, just like the other two ships. But one thing that stands out with the Corsair, look at those guns. Look at them. 4 installed, 5 max, 4 mounts. That's already stronger than the Andromeda. We haven't even crossed this yet. 3 installed, 4 max, 2 total mounts. This, I hope they don't turn it into what it's looking like, but honestly, with that amount of firepower, the Corsair may very well be a glass cannon. And I hope like hell it's not, because of all the Drake ships, save the Caterpillar, the Corsair is one that I look forward to. I wanted to make the Corsair my daily flyer. I really did, and I do. But with this amount of firepower and how much it can hold a rover, an Ursa rover. You see it, This thing is packing. It's packing. Absolutely packing. Now, aesthetically, it's not for everybody. I love it. It kind of gives me that, Star Wars feel. But yeah. It's a beautiful ship to me. And for the price, I think it's a steal. It's a steal. When they start working on this ship again, it's definitely going to go up. I'm not going to be surprised if it crosses 250. If it doesn't, then it's going to be a glass cannon. It's going to be something that shatters, a few good rounds to the hull, and it's going to shatter. So hopefully that's not the case. But as it stands, this, between the three, that's the one that I would get for sure. The Corsair. I have this on standby right now. 400i I have, and the Constellation Andromeda I've been back and forth about, but the Taurus is the one. That's the steal of a ship, because it has the firepower, it has the cargo capacity, and it has the range, it has the legs to get you around the verse, has it all. Now, yes, it might be a bit more sluggish than the 400i. It might be a bit more sluggish than a smaller ship. It should be. But it's packing, and that's really all that you need right now. The 400i, it's a minimalist ship. It doesn't have a lot of SCU, 42 SCU, I believe. It can store the, the NOx? I can't remember the name of it. X7, Z7, something like that. Sorry, man. I'm not a big Origin fan, so I'm not really up to snuff on their names. But it has a personal storage area for a bike. I believe it's up right here, and it drops down. Put your bike on. You've seen it. You know, you've seen it. It's been all over YouTube, so you see what it can do with it. Top and bottom turrets. I like the opening. That's really nice. That's pretty awesome. That is awesome. And I love. A lot of people hated that. I guess you could say not rustic, but that worn look, that worn metallic look that they introduced the 400i with during the segment, the first segment into the verse. I loved it. I love that worn down look. I love that you know weathered look. I don't like the clean, pristine, prissy look of Origin. It's never been my thing. You know, I'm more of a Anvil Carrick kind of guy. You know, I get all of the things that I need, but it still has that militaristic feel. You know, that's what I like. I love that. So I'm not a big Origin fan, so you know, as far as the whole design language and the smooth curves, the surface and all of that, you know, if that's your thing, you know, dig in, man. You get it all here. It is Origin after all. If you're looking for one ship and you have a bit of money to burn, 200, 250, take your time, man. Don't jump into it. And if you do jump into it, look, get it and melt it and get something more flexible. That's what I say, especially if it's your only ship, because you're gonna find that going throughout the verse and trying to do it all in this, you're going to be struggling. You're gonna struggle, period. Okay? Yes, it has the legs. Yes, it has an okay amount of firepower. It has a decent amount of firepower. I'll take that back. You know, has size 3 shields. You know, that's damn good. Just like the all of the Constellation variants. You know, they've all got that upgrade, so they all have size 3s, I believe. That's awesome. That's amazing. That's really good. A ship of this size, that should make it very good, actually. But you get these 2 size 3s or size 4s right here, and that's it. You get nothing else. Oh yeah, the 32 missiles, can't sleep on that. You get the missiles. Outside of that, solo, what can you do? What can you do with 42 SCU? You can do a bit, but what can you do with it? You know? What can even fit inside of that hangar bay? Not hangar bay, the ramp, that storage area. What can fit in there? Can a rock even fit in that? I don't think so. The clearance is too much. You know? What can fit back there? So you're left with 42 SCU cargo hauling and struggling to do bounties because you're solo and all you have is those 2 size 4s. Now, is the ship nimble? I've heard mixed things. I've heard that it isn't. Mainly though, I've heard that it's not really nimble, which is a bit of a surprise to me. I thought this would be nimble. You know, look at it. It looks damn nimble, you know? So I'm sure they'll kick that up a notch before it releases to live. If they don't, ouch. But I do anticipate them fixing that and making it a bit more fast, a bit more nimble. So bounty hunting is your main squeeze right now. You know, bounty hunting. There's nothing to explore that pays. You can explore all of the planets, all of the moons, yes, but you cannot explore for money, you know? So all you're left with really is bounty hunting. That's it. That's the only lucrative thing. And with 2 size 4s and the size of this ship, you might struggle with that if you're not a decent pilot. You know, you're a new guy, never played a space sim before. You're gonna struggle with it more than likely. So again, this is for the new guys. You know, guys that have been in the game a bit, you know, they have more skin in the game. You guys already made your mind up. You probably did what I did. You just got it just to play with it, and you're gonna toss it away when the time comes. You know, that's it. Case closed. But for the new guys that have a specific amount and they don't intend on investing into the game, the project anymore, at least not until IAE, look, consider getting it, melting it, and getting something far more useful right now, like the Taurus. Okay? Take your time, man. The ship, it'll be here. It'll be here. Okay? If you absolutely like it, you know, like I said, get it and melt it. If you get it and you buy it with brand new money, you can melt it. It's going to be in a fixed amount. It will not change as long as you know, bought it war bond. Okay? Buy it war bond. Buy it war bond, or you used recycled store credits. Buy it and melt it. Now, do keep in mind with the recycled store credits, you won't get this ship with LTI, I don't believe. I think it's a crappy 6 months insurance. So do keep that in mind. If you have the money, buy it, melt it, and use something else in the, you know, for the time being. If you have a little bit extra, you know, you have options. Good, you know, take care of it. So that's my weigh in on the 400i. I think it's an okay ship, but I know that there are better ships out there. You're paying for the origin name with this, people. Okay? You're not paying for utility. All right? You're not paying for firepower. You're not paying for cargo capacity. You're paying for origin. Remember it. This has been Galactic Jack, and I will see you guys here in the next few days to possibly take a look at the new Anvil Liberator. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, share, subscribe, all those nice things, and hope to see you guys soon. Peace.